Thank you for coming by Tori Magoo 44. Today is the 21st of February. It's coming close to one of my very, 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 very favorite days in my entire life, which I'll tell you about in a few days. It's coming up. But in the meantime, I'm going to post a link here so that you can see this rap video of Melbourne, in the Church of Scientology, Melbourne. And it's just amazing to me. One of the key things that helped me wake up and realize I didn't want to stay with that organization was the hypocrisy that I continued to see on a daily basis. They sell communication, but you can't talk to anybody because they're declared. Or they sell freedom, but you can't read these books because that's not okay. They sell, we love everybody, but they had all these horrible things to say about certain people. One of them, that they all, in the 30 years I was there, they only had 5 African Americans that were part of the Church of Scientology. That was it. Michael Roberts and a few others. And a bunch of them left early on. They were smart, right? But now Scientology realized, wait a minute, there's a lot of money out there in Inglewood. Let's start an ideal org out there. And they now have an ideal org out in Inglewood, which is a very high-end part of Los Angeles. Quite a few African Americans live out there. Of course, they've got Louis Farrakhan, who's now roped into the Church of Scientology, and some of the Nation of Islam. And I kept thinking, now, how is this working? Because these guys are Muslims, right? How is this going to work? Hubbard was against God altogether, churches, angels, anything, right? And it isn't really. They say they're non-denominational, but they're not. As you go up the pyramid of Scientology, it changes dramatically, and you're either a Scientologist, just like Tommy Cruise said, you're either in or you're out. That's it. That's really how it is. That's correct. That's a correct assumption of it. So these guys are Muslims, and I thought, now how's this working out? But I saw them in one of these videos where one of them said, oh, no, we're with Dianetics. That's what we're with. And I thought, okay, that's how it would work. Because if they're with Dianetics, that's just the science, modern science of mental health, right? It doesn't really go into spiritual God, anything like that. Neither does Scientology, but they don't really know that, right? So it's going to be interesting to watch it. But my reasoning for showing this is, A, I want to show you this video because they look insane. B, check it out. Are there any African Americans in the Melbourne video? No. They're all white guys in white shirts. They look kooky. They really do. Scientology, you've hit rock bottom on this. You really have. So, anyway, hypocrisy is a huge thing. If you're watching this, you look yourself. If you're in the Church of Scientology, start comparing the contradictions because they are huge. They are many, many, many different contradictions. They're all over the internet. You can look it up, type in Scientology, read both sides, and connect the dots because they're there. They're on the internet. You don't have to believe me. You don't have to believe anybody. Listen to this person, listen to that person, compare the notes. The key thing I constantly bring up is all of us who are declared suppressive, and just in case you didn't see what an SP declare looks like, I happen to have mine. Here you go. There you go. Tori Bazazian, suppressive person declare on 15th of September of the year 2000. And on the back, it does say right up here that, let's see if you can see it actually, her only terminal is the International Justice Chief via the Continental Justice Chief. And see, it's the flag service organization, Church of Scientology. So they do, because ministers actually ask me, do they really do this? And it's like, yes, they do. And they have to thousands and thousands of people. There's probably more people out here declared than there are within the church. Although it makes it look pretty snazzy when you look at the Melbourne video. Boy, they're really popping and hopping. But they probably flew in a bunch of those people it looks like it's really jumping. It isn't. We just picketed at the Church of Scientology last weekend, and you can see the street. Look at the videos from my last video. Look at the photographs. There's no one on the street. In the old days, those streets were filled. So they have changed it. Miscavige, you've done a great job of just totally wiping out that group, and there you go. That's your doing, and thank you very much for all that you do to actually show the world what a bunch of knuckleheads you are and why they shouldn't join. So if you happen to be African American, please continue looking and reading and listening, and ask yourself this: why can't they say look at both sides? We can. All of us who are out can say look at both sides, because we know absolutely if you learn both sides, you will make the right decision. But they know if you look at both sides, you're not going to be walking into their door, and even if you do, you certainly aren't going to be paying the money they want. No way. Jose. And a ton of people are going to be walking out. There you go. You make up your own mind. And have a wonderful day. Peace out. I love